Hello folks, here are 5 combat tips to make your Miyabi even stronger. And these tips work for everyone and every account. I'm not talking about team-specific setups like best in slot Miyabi and Yanagi combo. No, these are the combat tips that focuses on Miyabi and her rotations alone. Anyway, let's dive on in. Tip number 1. Do not swap cancel too soon. Miyabi has a lot of long animation attacks where you can freely swap to the next character and literally be attacking with 2 people at the same time. The best long animation to swap cancel is her charge attack when at 6 pips and after her EX special. Here's what she does with her maxed out charge attack Judgment Cut. And the instant Miyabi finishes charging, you can swap out to the next character. Notice I can move around the next character while Miyabi continues finishing her attack. You can also swap cancel right after starting her EX special, but I suggest not doing that unless the enemy is already frostburned. Why? Because you do not want to swap cancel too soon. What I mean by too soon is do not swap cancel until the enemy gets the frostburn debuff. Keep attacking until their status procs, then swap out. If you swap before frostburn procs, then it will not proc even if Miyabi continues to do ice damage to the enemy. Look here, the enemy is 1 hit away from frostburn, but when I swap during Miyabi's ice attacks, the frostburn does not proc. And you want to have frostburn on the foe before stacking another debuff to trigger disorders. And disorder is super important for Miyabi's kit. It gives her 2 extra pips for her judgment cut, as well as doing a lot of extra damage. So that's tip number 1. Do not swap too early. Wait for the frostburn to occur, then swap. Tip number 2. Do not always save for 2 EX specials. Using her follow-up EX special costs twice the energy as a single, so there's no energy saving compared to the other characters that have cheaper follow-ups like Chingyi. Miyabi gets 2 pips for the initial special and another 2 for the follow-up, so no loss there either. And if we look at the scaling, the follow-up does a lot more damage and days, so you might think, oh, if it costs the same and I get more damage, I should always save up for the better version. No, do not save up all the time. Why? Because using basic attacks after her EX special lets Miyabi skip the physical damage part of her combo and go straight into the ice damage from hits 3, 4, and 5. This means you build up frostburn way faster. And proccing frostburn will let Miyabi get another pip and swap to her teammates faster like I mentioned in tip number 1. Tip number 3. Always save for the 6 pips before unloading Judgment Cut. Here's the scaling difference it makes. Going from 4 to 6 pips is 2.5 times the damage difference. That's a lot. That's an insane difference and you should always save up for the full Judgment Cut. And it's really easy to build 6 pips. Each use of her EX special gives 2 pips, her ultimate gives 3, proccing Frostburn gives 1, and proccing Disorder gives 2 pips. She also begins with 3 pips at the start of a fight. This means you can start a battle with her EX special, then basic attack 3, 4, and 5 like I mentioned in tip number 2, which will give you 6 pips if you Frostburn a foe. Then it's a free Judgment Cut into a swap cancel. Tip number 4. Her iframes. Miyabi has a lot of iframes in her attacks, as well as an auto parry in her 5th attack. So here's her basic attack 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What we care about is 3, 4, and 5. So 3 has ice, 4 is cross slash, and then 5 is that big flurry. When using her 4th and 5th basic attacks, she's immune to damage, and her final basic attack has a built-in parry. Knowing this will let you build Frostburn a lot faster and improve your overall damage. Tip number 5. Putting it all together. This becomes more natural the more you play Miyabi. Her kit flows really nicely together, she does insane damage, and it's all done in a smoking sexy style. Your goal is to build 6 pips and use it. Along the way you'll be building up Frostburn, and make sure not to swap cancel before her Frostburn procs. Let's see her normal rotation. When a fight begins, use her EX special to get 5 pips, do her last 3 basics to proc Frostburn to get the 6 pip. If the enemy is stronger, then keep attacking or do a dodge counter for more ice damage. After 6 pips, use her Judgment Cut and swap cancel the long animation. Use your teammates' abilities to do extra damage, proc Disorder or give Miyabi some buffs. Then swap back to Miyabi and do it all over again. Even at M0, she is a powerhouse in terms of damage and AoE. I hope these tips will help improve your Miyabi, and as always, have fun out there, Proxy.